Letter 17, Doubt and Intellectual Humility. Dear Ada, there is a quality every wise person carries quietly within them, a quality that protects them from arrogance, rigidity, and illusion. It is intellectual humility. And at the heart of intellectual humility lives something unexpected: doubt. Not the kind of doubt that paralyzes, not the kind that makes you uncertain of yourself, not the kind that collapses confidence, but the kind of doubt that opens your mind and keeps you aligned with truth rather than ego. Ida, wise people are not wise because they know everything. They are wise because they know how little they know. The world rewards certainty, but life requires doubt. People who speak with absolute conviction tend to look impressive. They sound confident, they sound strong, they sound authoritative, they attract followers, they appear unshakable. But certainty can be a mask, a way of avoiding the discomfort of complexity and ambiguity. Doubt, on the other hand, is quieter. It doesn't shout. It doesn't posture. It doesn't try to dominate a room. Doubt simply says, I might not see the whole picture yet. This is humility. This is wisdom. This is strength. Why doubt matters? Because doubt invites learning. Certainty shuts it down. Doubt creates space for truth. Certainty fills that space with ego. Doubt makes you curious. Certainty makes you blind. Doubt keeps you open enough to update your beliefs as you gather new evidence, as you grow, as your life expands. Without doubt, you get stuck. You become rigid, you cling to old ideas, you mistake belief for fact. You confuse confidence with correctness. Doubt is not the opposite of clarity. Doubt is what keeps clarity honest. Intellectual humility is not weakness. Some people fear being humble in their thinking. They worry it will make them indecisive, passive, or insecure. In reality, intellectual humility makes you stronger. You learn faster. You judge less. You update your opinions when needed. You are not threatened by new information. You are not embarrassed to revise yourself. You don't cling to being right. You cling to becoming wiser. This is the kind of humility that makes leaders powerful, scientists brilliant, artists original, and ordinary people quietly exceptional. What intellectual humility looks like in practice? It sounds like, I could be wrong. There's something here I don't yet understand. What evidence would change my mind? Let me think about that more. What do you see that I don't see? Why does a reasonable person believe the opposite? It feels like spaciousness, curiosity, groundedness, a lack of defensiveness, a willingness to explore a calm acceptance of uncertainty. It behaves like better decisions, deeper understanding, less conflict, less ego, more growth. How to develop intellectual humility without losing self-confidence. 1. Hold your beliefs lightly, not tightly. Let them be tools, not prisons. 2. Separate your identity from your ideas. Changing your mind is not losing yourself, it is refining yourself. 3. Seek disconfirming evidence. The mind expands only when challenged. 4. Ask questions with the goal of understanding, not proving. This transforms conversations into learning. 5. Use doubt as a compass, not a cage. Let it guide you to deeper truth, not paralysis. Aida, here is the paradox of doubt. The more comfortable you become with doubt, the more confident you become overall. Because your confidence will no longer rest on being right. It will rest on being open, adaptable, perceptive, honest. That kind of confidence cannot be shaken by new information, or challenged by other perspectives, or destroyed by changing circumstances. It is confidence rooted in humility and groundedness, not ego. And that is the kind of confidence that lasts a lifetime. Carry this with you. Doubt expands your mind. Humility expands your wisdom. Together they expand your life. Be humble enough to revise yourself and brave enough to keep growing. A friend on the road ahead.